Hi guys, my name is Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am transforming a piece of furniture from completely bland to one of a kind. So I'm really excited for you to see how this piece turns out. I'm also doing a Dixie Belle giveaway today. So I am going to be offering this Best Staying brush from Dixie Belle to one of my viewers. This is an amazing brush. It has natural bristles. It's really large. It's a nice wooden handle, so it's really comfortable to use. It's great for painting, it's great for blending your paint colors, and also for waxing. So you're gonna see me using this in today's video to seal my piece at the end. It's such a great brush, and it's a $25 value. So for today's giveaway, I need you to do 4 things. First would be to comment below, say hi. Number 2 is to make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you also hit that bell notification button right next to the subscribe button. That's gonna make sure that you get notified every time I post a new video. Number 3 would be to share my video on Facebook. There is a share button down below on this screen. You can click that and this video can go over to your Facebook page so that your friends can also see this giveaway. And then 4th would just be to like my video. That helps my channel out so much. I'll be doing the drawing for this giveaway on July 2nd. I will let you know who the winner is on the community tab on YouTube and also on my Instagram page. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you're doing that also. I will have it linked down below and I'll give you my little tag name right here on the screen. Let's go ahead and get right into today's project. You're gonna love this transformation. Okay, here is the piece of furniture in question. I would call this a highboy or a chest of drawers. It is pine, and I recently got it at a yard sale for $40. I'm gonna try to use all Dixie Belle products today so that if you guys see something in this video that you like, you can purchase it from me on my Etsy site. So what I think I'm gonna do is sand back down the top to the natural wood and just seal it in its natural form. So this is gonna be a nice light wood color with just some sealer on it. And then I'm gonna match that wood tone on the bottom 2 base drawers. So the bottom 2 drawers will be a natural front finish. This will be a natural finish on the top. And then I'm going to paint the rest of the body and all of these drawers the same color. And I want to brighten this piece up a bit. So I'm looking at the sandbar from Dixie Belle, Hurricane Gray, French linen, and drop cloth. So to start with on this project, I am taking off all of the hardware. It is missing one knob, which is a little bit annoying because I can't use all of the original knobs on the whole piece. And that's okay though. I'm actually gonna get some fresh knobs from Home Depot that are gonna be the same pine natural color that I'm gonna get after I sand the top. So my first step is to remove the hardware, give that a light sanding, and now I'm going in with the paint. Now that I have everything kind of wiped off, it's not dusty or anything. I ended up going with the color French Linen. It's like a really taupey gray. I really liked using it. It covered so well. All of the Dixie Belle Chalk Paint has such great coverage, even the light colors. So I'm only doing 1 coat on this piece. I did not prime this because it was freshly polyed. I'm not worried about the stain bleeding through because it is polyed. If I did sand it, I would actually open the stain back up to possibly come through my paint. So I just painted it as is. The texture, it had a little bit of like a texture to it that I wasn't worried about the chalk paint sliding off. It wasn't very shiny or anything. I would use Slick Stick if I was painting a shiny piece. But this, I just went ahead with the chalk paint. That's the beauty of chalk paint, is there is less prep work. So here's what it looks like after the French linen has been applied on the body of the piece. It was such a quick process. And now I'm moving on to the top surface. So here are the 3 sanding discs I use. I always start with the coarse grit one. I have 60 today. I think there's also 80 that I normally use, but this one's fine. So that's gonna be removing all the poly. Then I move up to the 120, which is a medium grit, and it's more of a smoothing. And then up to 220, which is going to give you a really nice smooth finish.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Caught by strings.
And here's how the raw wood looks after it's all sanded.
You and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do.
I'm sealing the top wood surface of this piece with the Dixie Belle Clear Coat in the flat finish. I'll do 2 coats of this, but I only show me applying just the one. I'm using their premium chip brush. I really like this chip brush. It doesn't shed very much at all, and I think it's only a couple dollars on my Etsy site, so that was definitely worth it. This goes on so nice and easy. It definitely darkens the wood, but it will dry much lighter eventually. It's hard to find a clear coat that doesn't change the tone of the wood at least a little bit. It's pretty tough to get that really natural finish, but I'm really happy with how this product went on and the final look of it. Now it is time to apply the Iron Orchid Design Transfer. This was a really fun process for me. I felt all the creativity flowing through this. So I cut up the transfer a little bit just to help it spread a little bit more, so I didn't use all of the 2 sheets on one project. I only had about 4 sprigs left though, but I did just kind of want to space them out a little bit more than they were already on the sheet. So you can see I'm just kind of separating a few of the sprigs, spreading them along the piece. This was a really fun process. These are so easy to use. And I'm just so happy with the final result. You guys are going to really love it. So all I do is just lay out my design here. They don't really transfer until you rub them on. So you have some play here. Like, you don't have to worry about them sticking right away. You can take the backing off, kind of lay them where you want. And it's so handy that they come on this grid sheet so that you can really line up your pieces really well with each other. I was using the bottom of my drawer as my guideline. So it was really nice to have the grid lines there to use. And once I have my entire design laid out, I'm going to start the transfer process. I do tape my pieces down so that they don't shift while I'm working. That's really important because if you shift, it's really hard to kind of line everything back up. So it's just kind of a protective thing to do just to make the process a little easier for you. So I'm using the little plastic piece that they give you to rub on the design. That's really handy, and I didn't have to apply a ton of pressure or anything. I just kind of scraped it along, and I've done other projects with these before. I felt like this one just went on really nice and easy. I'm not sure what I did differently, but it was such a quick, easy process. And so you can see I'm just rubbing a few times. This is a little bit sped up, so it's not quite this quick, but it really didn't take me long at all to get all of the paint applied. And you can see that there's a little bit of an overhang on the corner or on the gaps between the drawers and the piece of furniture. Those I just kind of smashed down with my finger afterwards, and it left like a really cool effect where they would kind of curve around the drawers. So that actually worked out really well. They're so easy to use, and I had such a good time designing this project, and decorating with the Iron Orchid Design Transfers. Let me know in the comments what you think of these. I thought they turned out beautiful. One of my best tips for resale, aside from making sure you have a really appropriate purchase price, so I paid $40 for this, which was definitely where I'm comfortable spending for like a mid-sized piece of furniture like this. It gives me enough room that I can profit pretty well, because I can probably charge close to $250 for this piece once it's done. So profit first, of course, is my biggest tip. You don't want to overpay for your piece, but aside from that, you want to make sure you do the proper repairs. So you saw me there, I was patching a hole in the bottom. You know, nobody wants to flip over their piece of furniture and see that there's a hole. I was actually a little surprised by it. So I did patch that up, and then I went ahead and did the extra step of painting the underneath and painting the back. And these are the kind of added steps. They don't take very long, honestly. You saw me spray the paint there to thin out the chalk paint. It's such a thick paint that you really can water it down so that it goes really far. I barely used any paint to do the underneath and the back, but it gives such a nice professional finish and really helps you get top dollar when you're reselling your furniture. So I highly recommend going through the extra steps to make sure that everything is nice and sturdy, do the repairs needed, and also make sure you paint the underneath and the backside. It just really helps your profit margins if you do these extra steps that make it known that you really cared about the project. I'm sealing all of my chalk paint on the bottom with this spray wax. It is so easy. I mean, it's called the Easy Peasy Spray Wax for a reason. This is from Dixie Belle. All I do is spray it on, I wipe it off with the cloth, and I'll do this 3 more times. Well, 3 times in total, so 2 more times. I only show you me doing the first layer here. But it is such an easy way to seal your chalk paint. And then for the drawer fronts where I did the transfers, I'm using that same clear coat in the flat finish that I used on the top. It went on so nice and easy. There are no brush strokes left over. I love this top coat so much. It is my new favorite. And it's water-based, so the cleanup is nice and easy. Now I am trying to get top dollar for this piece of furniture. So for my final special touch, I am painting all the sides of the drawers, and I'm going to be stamping them using the Iron Orchid Designs butterfly stamps. So there's just a little surprise when you pull open the drawers on the side. I've never done this before. I've seen it done a lot, not necessarily with the stamps, but I just thought this would be such a pretty added touch. Just another little feminine touch for this piece since it has the flowers on the front, and this was really fun to add on here. These are the stamps, like I said, from Iron Orchid Designs. So what you see me doing here is just kind of laying out how I want the butterflies to look. There's a bunch that come in this one stamp kit, and then I'm also using, they have like a wreath stamp kit that is separate. So the floral stems that you see me putting on now, those are not in the butterfly kit, so I'm actually combining the two to create this look. It comes out so well. I'm using just like a black ink pad, but the one that's recommended to me is Stays On ink a lot, but Iron Orchid also has their own specialized ink for their stamps. So I'm not too particular about what I use. So far this kind of just basic black stamp pad has been fine. But as you can see, the stamps come out so intricate. They're so beautiful. I've had so much fun using these on several projects, and I just love how they added so much character to the drawers. So on these drawers, I am doing each stamp individually. When I do the flip side of the drawers, I actually use what is called oh my goodness, what is it called? A thin mount. It's called a thin mount sheet, and it has grid lines on it, and it goes a little faster. So you'll see what I mean when I flip the drawers over. So here is where I'm using the Best Staying brush from Dixie Belle, and I'm using the clear Best Staying wax to seal these. I used this thicker wax as opposed to the spray wax because I hoped that this would kind of help protect the sides of the drawers as it slides against the dresser. So I also hoped that it was gonna maybe help the drawers slide a little bit easier. It's not the best piece of furniture ever. The drawers are a little rickety. I did what I can as far as repairs, so I'm just trying to use all the good products to help it function its best, but it's gonna be really pretty despite it having a couple wonky drawers. It really turns out like into a great piece of furniture. So here I am flipping my drawers over. I'm going to do the same process of painting them. And then, like I said, I'm going to use the thin mount this time when stamping instead of doing the stamps individually. That process went much quicker for me, and I was able to achieve the same look in much less time, which is another tip when refinishing furniture for money. You want to make sure everything you do is worth your time. I spent a lot more on this project than I normally do. You're not always going to get your money back on your time, so make sure you make smart choices when you're refinishing something. I thought this added step was really nice and will probably help me be able to charge a little bit more for it. My final tip for getting the most bang for your buck and for being able to charge the most for your refinished piece of furniture is to make sure it smells nice. This is the Big Mama's Butter. It's in the orange scent and it smells so good. It really takes that musty smell out of your furniture. So you see I'm actually putting it here on the tracks of the drawers. That's going to help it slide a little bit better, but I also rub it through the entire inside of my piece so that it smells really nice. I rub it inside the drawers. It really shines the wood up and makes it smell beautiful. And that is my final touch that is so appealing to the customers and is going to help me get the best money for my effort. I hope you guys enjoyed this transformation today. One more time for the giveaway. I need you to comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, like this video, and share it on Facebook. That would be so helpful to my channel. And like I said, I'll announce the winner of the drawing on YouTube and on Instagram on July 2nd. I really appreciate you watching today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I have a DIY coming up and some sales recaps, lots of things about my antique booth. So if you like that, I hope you come back and join me for my next video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.